Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel BL The Short and Sweet in Chemistry. Now, especially I want to welcome the students of 9th class, and now this lesson is structure of the atom for 9th class according to CBSE syllabus. Now, when you see the atom, the word atoms, the question arises in our mind, what is meant by atom, what is the nature of the atom, and what is whether atom is divisible or not, what is the nature of atom, what is the constituents of atom, whether atom is divisible or not. So many questions are arising in our mind. Before that, here in part 1, we will see atoms, molecules and Dalton's atomic theory. First of all, atoms and molecules. Till now what we know, these are the fundamental units of matter. These are the fundamental units of matter. What is meant by matter again? Matter means which occupies space, having mass, and one can feel. This is one type of matter. That means it should be felt by one, and it has space, it has mass. Then you can say it is matter. Now here I told atoms and molecules are the fundamental units of matter. Then what is atom? Till now we know what is that one, smallest particle of an element. Smallest particle of element, and here which takes part in chemical reaction. That means atom is the smallest particle of an element which can take part in chemical reaction. Then if you say example, if I write Na, that is one atom of sodium. If I want to write Mg, that means one atom of magnesium. If O, one atom of oxygen, where sodium, magnesium, oxygen, they are element. This indicates these are the symbol of the sodium, magnesium and oxygen atom. So it indicates one atom of sodium, one atom of magnesium and one atom of oxygen. Then come to molecule. What is molecule? The smallest particle of an element or a compound. That means it may be a smallest particle of an element, then also compound and having free existence. Atom has no free existence because immediately it will take part in chemical reaction, but molecule has free existence, they are independent. So example you can see O2, one molecule of oxygen gas, O2, that means two oxygen atom combine to give O2. Similarly Na2CO3, Na2CO3, this is one molecule of sodium carbonate. Na2CO3 means there are so many atoms, sodium 2 and carbon 1, oxygen 3. When all are combined in a proportion by weight, then what happens? It gives one molecule of sodium carbonate. If I want to write N2, N mean nitrogen, N mean nitrogen. So one molecule of nitrogen gas, and H2O, one molecule of water. Water is a compound whose formula is H2O, where two hydrogen and one oxygen present. So these are the compounds, Na2CO3 and H2O, they are compounds, and these are the elements. I told smallest particle of an element or compound having free existence. Now they are free, and here what happened, this is the main difference between atom and molecule. Atom has having no free existence, takes part immediately in chemical reaction, where molecule it has free existence. Then when the question arises in our mind that atom whether it is divisible, whether what is the particular nature of the atom, what are the constituents of atom, how the atoms react with each other, other elements, other atoms of elements, So many questions can be clear at that time. At that time, the scientist Dalton developed a theory. This is postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton atomic theory is the main important theory where almost all are till now they have value except one, that is he said atom is not divisible, but after that it is proved atom is divisible. Atom consists of electron, proton, neutron, like this. So here Dalton's atomic theory, whose postulates are very important except one. At that time it was known atom is not divisible, but after that it is proved atom is divisible. Now you can see what is Dalton's atomic theory. Matter, that is, you know what is mean matter. Here I told the atoms and molecules are the main units of the fundamental units of the matter. So matter consists of very fine teeny particles, very small particle called teeny particles, and here it is called atoms. Now atoms are not divisible. He said that atoms are not divisible, nor destroyed, nor created. It is not created, not destroyed. And here atoms are not divisible. Third point, atoms of a given element, suppose let's say sodium, let's say hydrogen. Atoms of a particular element having the properties similar, identical, they are having similar chemical properties. Let us, in one hand it is hydrogen, in one my hand it is let sodium or let gold. Suppose left hand gold and right hand hydrogen, that means here the hydrogen has the atoms having similar properties, identical properties. There is no change in the properties of hydrogen atoms, whether it is taken from left hand or whether it is taken from the other place. That means here the atoms of the elements of the same are having identical mass also same, chemical properties also same. Suppose you take hydrogen from one city and hydrogen of other city, that means they have the similar chemical properties, they have same identical mass. Then only you can say atoms of the same element, that is your hydrogen elements, are identical in mass and also in identical in mass and also same in chemical properties. You can't change any chemical properties whether you take from one city or one place and other place. Since it is one element, that is hydrogen, so the properties, chemical properties are same and the mass identical, they have the same identical mass. The mass, what is the mass of one atom of hydrogen is same as what is the mass of one atom of hydrogen is other. That means here three postulates are explained here. Now I will explain fourth number, that means how the atoms of different elements, how they are different in chemical properties and also in identical mass. So it is clear, atoms, molecule and Dalton's atomic theory up to 3 numbers. Dalton's atomic theory, I told Dalton's atomic theory 3 points. First point, matter consists of very tiny particles, that is called atoms. Atoms is not divisible, that Dalton said. That is after that it was not correct. After that it is proved atom is divisible. And third point, atoms of the same elements are having identical mass and same chemical properties. Now if you see atoms of different elements, let us, one is hydrogen, other one is oxygen. Now there are two different elements have different mass. The atomic mass of hydrogen is different, totally different from atomic mass of oxygen. And chemical properties also. The chemical properties of hydrogen is totally different from Oxygen, suppose you want to take copper and gold. Copper atomic mass different from gold atomic mass, and properties of copper, chemical properties of copper is totally different from properties of gold. So atoms of different elements have different masses and different chemical properties. Let us one example here I mention calcium and aluminium. Calcium one metal, and here also you can see the properties of calcium. Both are elements. The properties of calcium is totally different from the properties of aluminium, and also the atomic mass of calcium is totally different from the atomic mass of aluminium. Then come to fifth point, relative number of atoms and kind of atoms. What is meant by kind of atoms? What are the type of atoms present? Hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, calcium, magnesium. They are called different kind of atoms. And now the relative number of atoms, how many number of atoms present, and what are the kinds of atoms present in a compound should be constant. Let us see ammonia. It is called ammonia. You can find N and H3, that means 3 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen. That means wherever you take ammonia from any place, the formula should be NH3. The ratio should be 1:3, that is nitrogen 1 and hydrogen 3. Similarly, water, the formula H2O. What is the ratio? The atom ratio, that is 2:1, means hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. So what is the meaning? You take water from any place. Here the ratio, the constant, it is always remain constant. The ratio of the atoms and kind of atom, only oxygen and hydrogen present in water, not others. At any place you take water from any place, the formula remain as it is, H2O, and the ratio, the hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1, 2:1 remains always, it is always constant. And similarly magnesium oxide, magnesium MgO, that means 1 magnesium 1 oxygen present in magnesium oxide. That means magnesium oxide you take from any place, the formula should be MgO, and here that proportion should be 1:1. Then here these are the 5 that mean postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Till now 4 postulates are correct, only except one, that is atom is not divisible. Now it is proved atom is divisible. Now the question is, how can you know, how can you write that one is O2 and other is Na? Now see here. Here for your knowledge I have explained here, non-metal, if solid, if it is a non-metal and solid, always exist as atom. Let us example carbon. If carbon, it always written as C, not C2. Wherever in a reaction you want to proceed, very important line, you remember this one. Whenever you proceed in a reaction, only the reaction start with carbon C, not C2. And similarly, if non-metal, which is a gas, if it is a gas, always exists as atom or as molecule. Whenever what is required, according to requirement, if it is required molecule, then you will write as a molecular form. When it is required as a atom form, atomic form, then you can write atomic form. Then let us example, oxygen means O, O means atom, as atom. Suppose it requires a molecule, then O2 as molecule, means O as atom. Whenever required you can put O. Whenever required molecule, we will write O2. Now let us another, you can take example chlorine. The chlorine as atom, whenever required chlorine as atom in the reaction you will write Cl. Whenever required it is molecular form, in molecule reaction takes place, then Cl2. Whenever it is required, according to requirement we can put Cl or we can put Cl2. But here the non-metal, those are solid, and always it is written as only atomic form. Example you can see carbon plus oxygen. Simple example, carbon plus oxygen. How can we write? Here simply C plus O2. and it gives CO2. That means C, carbon, it is in atomic form, I told here, and oxygen, it is molecular form. Now it is required as a molecular form, so it is CO2. Now here these are the 5 postulates, and this is for your extra knowledge. It is very important for to know the atom molecules in a, how it will return, should be written in a reaction. Now electricity is conducted by so many substances. Why the question is comes to here, electricity conducted by the so many substances? What is the meaning? Yes, we know so many substances that will conduct electricity. When the question arises whether atom is divisible or not, because already Dalton said atom is not divisible, and after that it is based that atom may be divisible, then how can you say, how can you start from the point, that point is electricity is conducted by so many substance. So what happened here by so many substance, it indicates atom is not divisible. That means here it indicates atoms, sorry, not individual, sorry, or atoms are divisible. That means here when electricity is conducted by so many substance, we know how the electricity conduct, how the substance conduct electricity by the help of what? From that it is declared, it indicates that atoms are divisible. But how and what are the constituents of atoms? Till now it is not clear. Till now mean here, when it is proved that electricity is conducted by so many substances, and it may be, it indicates that atoms are divisible. But how and what are the constituent atoms? At that time it is not clear. After that, slowly and slowly all things are discovered. And combing dry hair and which attracts small piece of paper, when you by the help of comb and you combing the dry hair and you sew to the small piece of paper, then it is attracted. These two are the case where it indicates that atom is divisible. And now both indicates atom is divisible and consists of charged particles. In both experiment can show that atom is divisible and consists of some particles. Then what are the particles, and whether it is positive or negative or neutral or anything, then what are the charged particles are present in an atom. Now the question is, what are the charged particles present in an atom? Then that lead to discovery of electron, discovery of proton, neutron, then how they are arranged, electron, proton and neutron, how they are arranged in an atom, what is the atomic structure, it will be the last conclusion, what is the atomic structure. When you know how the electrons are discovered, protons are discovered, neutrons are discovered, and proton, electron, neutron, these are the charged particles which, sorry, not neutron, only electron, proton, which are charged particles present in an atom, and neutron is a neutral, that is also present, and how they are arranged in a small, very small particle, that is atom. Later I will see in next coming video. And I hope these are the main postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. I hope it is clear to you, and subscribe my channel, like and share, so that I will make so many videos regarding to the atomic structure for the class 9th. And thanks you.